Hello stars, my name is Blue, and today we are lost in Hiveswap Friendsim. I totally forgot to do what I said I was gonna do, so that's why we're playing Friendsim. Words evade my mind right now. I've been playing Pokemon all day. I haven't really spoke, so I haven't had to think about my words. It's gonna be a mess, like it always is. But last time we did Malik, and today we are doing Lynera. I'm just gonna call her Lyn. Hello, Lyn. Okay, let's get into this. You've had such good luck making friends lately that you almost feel popular. But at the same time, you feel a strange sense of loneliness that new friendship doesn't seem to penetrate. Maybe being the only one of your species light years away from home is starting to catch up with you. Or maybe you're starting to understand why popular kids in movies sometimes seem so sad. A number of trolls now like you, but do any of them truly know you? What you wouldn't give to hang out with someone you have real history with, someone with whom you don't have to do the introductory dance of, yes, I am clearly an alien, no, I don't know what's going on. Someone with whom you could reminisce about old times, someone you've hung out with more than once. Right now, you're on the outskirts of town, and the rocky outcrops surrounding you are familiar. You're pretty sure that the entrance to the Brooding Caverns is somewhere around here. Your heart beats a little faster. Bronya lives close to here. And talk about history. You two know each other deeply from hanging out once and then seeing her in her ex-mate's hive. There's sap on my hands from the Christmas tree. Off topic. Plus, you have a phone now. You have the power to text first. You get you get out the phone Kanyal gave you. Look at you go, reading an alien language and operating an alien technology just fine. Does it make sense that you've learned how to read the new alphabet in weeks without anyone teaching you? Not really, but maybe your struggles with Spanish class in high school were just a fluke and you've been a secret linguistic genius this entire time. Seriously, what's the thing with the Alternian language? Well, not alphabet. Bronya texts you back immediately, giving you directions for how to meet her in the caves. You head down, but before the Jade Blood Hive is in sight, a troll emerges from the shadows. At first, you think it's Bronya, but you freeze mid-wave, and this new troll steps into the light. Bronya doesn't wear glasses, and she has never glared at you like that. It's you! I remember you! You were down here a few weeks ago, bothering Bronya and distracting her when we almost had a loose stampede. Ouch. Is that really how Bronya described your adventures together? Maybe it's silly for something that small to hurt your feelings when another recent friend nearly got you killed in Clown Church. But you like to think you and Bronya have formed a real connection. She never made you feel like you were bothering her. A real connection? Is that what you think? You can just come down here and text her? Holy shit. Is Lyn reading Bronya's messages? Does Bronya know she's been doing that? That's none of your business! Bronya and I are best friends. I'm just looking out for her. She's had a lot of J-Blood responsibilities, and doesn't need anyone shifty coming in to disturb her. You have to wonder if Bronya would agree with this statement on her behalf, and you sure would like to see her in person and confirm for yourself. Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Why don't you tell me, what is the nature of your relationship? Why should I allow you to hang out with her? Or text, as your text message so boldly suggest it. Bluffing has saved your ass in some bleak situations before, but you could also go on the offense here. You're concerned about Brynja's privacy now, and as her friend, maybe you shouldn't just look the other way. What does Lyn have to creep on? What right does Lyn have to creep on Brynja's phone? You puff off all the self-righteousness you can muster. The nature of your relationship with Brynja is between you and Brynja, and you're not doing anything suspicious by wanting to see your friend. In fact, it seems a lot more suspicious that Lyn is trying to intercept anyone who messages Brynja. What possible reason could she have to justify that? Well, I never! As I said before, I'm Brynja's best friend. I take her relationship, my responsibilities as a friend, very seriously. You press the issue, narrowing your eyes and crossing your arms over your chest. Her responsibilities as a friend, huh? Sounds kinda fishy. Fishy? Are you serious right now? Are you really coming down here to make fish puns like some kind of sea dweller? That is so suspicious. Who knows what Brynja decided to show you when you tricked her into trusting you? Not that we have anything to hide, but who knows? If you're at all associated with sea dwellers, then we have a pretty big problem on our hands, don't we? You've heard the sea dwellers by now, but none of your friends have talked about them much. Mostly you've gathered that they dwell in the sea. You don't know why it would be extra bad for you to be one of them, but it's clear you need a backpedal. But before you can disown your own choice of fish-related phrasing, Lyn advances on you. Obviously, I can't let you talk to Brynja now. You're way too suspicious. I think you and I should have a private conversation instead. At least your life was uneventful when you were unconscious. Oh, Lordy Lou. Someone is obsessed. When you come to, you're sitting on a chair with your wrist tied, your eyes adjusted to the darkness. You realize that you're in a smaller cave than the big open caverns that led to the Jade Blood Hive. A light switches on and you see that the cave walls are lined with books and there's a desk in the corner. There are books and notebooks and bulletin boards with what look like the outlines of study guides pinned to them. And in front of you is Lyn, holding a knife. Oh good, you're awake. This is my study cave. In the Jade Blood Hive, it's harder to concentrate because people break the rules and I get irritated, so I come here to do homework. That's all, just homework. We're at 3 on the murder scale. When you take a second look at the bulletin board, you see that a lot of what Lyn has pinned up are pictures of Brynja. There are a few pictures of Lyn and Brynja together, but it's mostly just Brynja by herself, and even a couple blurry photos of Brynja and Elward. What are you looking at? There's nothing to see here. She brandishes a knife in your face. Oh, we are 4 on the murder scale. And, okay, yeah, sure, now she and her gigantic knife have your full attention, but you're not looking at her creepy Brynja shine anymore. I brought you here because your message to Brynja were highly suspicious. I don't know you, and I don't trust you. You could be trying to see Brynja for nefarious purposes. So I brought you here, to vet you. Now we can talk about what your real intentions are. So you're definitely going to die in this cave, held captive by an unhinged straight blood who was convinced of your guilt from the moment you dared text her best friend. That kinda sucks. You tried so hard, and you got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. Oh, I should have sung that. Ah! I see you, Lincoln Park. Oh, come on, stop playing the victim. If anyone is the victim here, it's me. Okay, we went back down to a 3. I try so hard to be there for Brynja as her best friend, but she doesn't even... Lyn stops abruptly. You see her lower lip start to tremble before she turns her face away from you. The sharp tip of the knife pointed at your throat drops a bit. Its dejected swing takes it dangerously close to your navel, and you try to suddenly lean backwards in your chair. Lyn interprets the noise of distress that escaped your mouth as a noise of sympathy. It's fine though. It's fine. Our friendship is great. I wouldn't change anything about it. It's fine as long as she doesn't have any other friends, because I'm her best friend. I should be the only one she needs. Lyn's knife is now completely lowered, pointing at the floor. That gives you some hope. She seems to have forgotten about her sweet sea dweller suspicions. We're a 2 on the murder scale. Maybe if you can keep her talking about Bronya, the whole stabbing notion can be taken off the table, and she might even let you go. You rack your brain for all the knowledge of Alternian relationship dynamics that you've managed to compile during your time on this planet. Best friends. They have a special word for that, right? You tell Lyn that you're sure Bronya doesn't need anyone else if she and Bronya are Moirels, then Lyn must be very special to her. What? I never said we were Moirels. That's not even the quadrant I want her in. I mean, never mind that. How dare you make assumptions? And we're back to 3. Hello, knife point again. Oh shit. All you meant to say was that you thought her relationship with Bronya was probably fine. You figured they must be in a quadrant together because you're a clueless alien. You're bad. I get why you would think that. It's probably so obvious that my feelings for her are very red. Lyn hangs her head. We're back to the 2. Her shoulders shake. Tears roll down her cheeks, dripping onto her crisp shirt collar and the knot of her jade green tie. I know I don't have a chance. She doesn't think of me that way. I'm her loyal friend and second in command. That's all I will ever be to her, no matter what. And I try to do a really good job at being her best friend, because what else can I do? If I'm her best friend, then at least I'm still in her life. At least, I mean, something to her. And we are at a 1. Maybe it's the fact that Lyn's knife hasn't come close to any of your major arteries for a hot minute, or maybe it's the tears. Either way, you feel sympathy encroaching on the monopoly that abject terror had previously obtained in your brain's economy. You've acted as verbal sounding board or sympathetic ear for some of your other troll friends while they dealt with the crisis of various kinds. Slipping into the role of a therapist for someone who's holding you hostage at knife point is a new one for you, but unfortunately, it's not that much of a stretch. It seems like young trolls on Alternia have to deal with these heavy life issues by themselves, feeling so alone that they're willing to turn to an alien stranger to help them work things out. Then again, maybe life is that grim and isolating for human teenagers too. And you've never noticed it before. Maybe everyone's too mired in their own shit to look up and realize that the movie's fecal matter is waist high for everyone around them too. You clear your throat and speak with as much consoling gentleness as you can muster while your head still throbs from where Lyn knocked you out. It seems like trying to be Bronya's best friend isn't making Lyn very happy. Of course it isn't making me happy. I can't keep her from having other friends no matter how hard I try. And she's amazing, so of course everyone wants to be her friend. Including you, apparently! You barely had the chance to miss that knife before it's waving around again. Yikes. Your friendship with Bronya is nothing like her relationship with Lyn. You don't count as any competition. Bronya is one of many friends to you, and while you cherish her and support her endeavors, you appreciate the joy and fulfillment that can come from having many different friends instead of depending on a single person to meet all of your emotional needs. Sounds fake. Why would I ever want any friends besides Bronya? She's my world! Oh god. We're back to a 4! Okay, but it seems like it's painful for Lyn to be relying on Bronya to be her whole world when Bronya isn't doing the same in return. Has Lyn ever talked to Bronya about any of this? No, never. I'm terrified to tell her how I feel. Being her best friend feels awful, but losing her would be so much worse. I can't take that risk. But if Lyn never talks to Bronya about her feelings, she'll always be unhappy because she wants more. Even if she thinks it's unlikely that Bronya feels the same way, maybe open communication with her friend could help Lyn process her feelings and move on. You know that Lyn has a big heart, or blood pusher, and many fine qualities, and she doesn't deserve to be stuck in this unhappy, unrequited relationship purgatory forever. Wow. You really think I have fine qualities? You try very hard not to think of the glint. The glint of the knife. Sure, Lyn has positive qualities. She seems loyal and well-organized and studious and caring. Some troll out there is going to want the same kind of closeness to her that Lyn is looking for, and she owes it to herself to take actions that could lead to happiness instead of being stuck in a sad situation forever. I don't know. Maybe you're right, or maybe you're wrong, but I don't want to move on, even if I know I should. I just want to be with Brynja forever! Lyn crumples to the ground, dropping the knife and sobbing into her hands. It's hard to watch someone in this much distress and not want to help them. But on the other hand, her misery has distracted her, and this might be your only chance to try and escape. Attempt comfort. Attempt comfort. You remember what you did for Polypo when she was upset. Sitting in the chair with both your hands tied behind you doesn't make for an ideal shoes-tapping conditions. Maybe you can approximate the gesture? Lyn is huddled crying on the ground, and you think maybe you can get close enough to lean your knee against her back or something. Hopefully that would be interpreted the same way as the classic palm to cheek move. You inch your chair closer to her, but lose your balance and wobble and topple forward. Lyn's this guarded knife is right there, sharp edge, ready to plunge into your incoming soft body, but Lyn quickly moves quickly and grabs your chair and saves your life. Oh shit, that was a close one. You really could have died. She stares at the knife with huge round eyes, clearly shaken up by your near-death experience just now. Considering how often... Oh, we're out of 1. You nearly die these days? You feel more blatant about it. But you're glad it's having an impact on her if it makes her rethink the whole kidnap and stab thing. I'm so sorry. I don't want you to actually die. I saw what you were doing with that chair when you fell. You were trying for the traditional seated frond hand shush pap because I was upset. It was very kind of you to try and console me. I never really thought you were a sea dweller, you know. Maybe what I'm doing is wrong. Lyn sets her jaw with conviction, and with one slash, she cuts you free from your bonds. You get to your feet, stumbling a bit because your leg fell asleep. You can't believe you're getting out of this situation without any blood loss. You feel positively elated about this turn of events, but Lyn still looks sad. You're free to go. You must think the worst of me after all this. Well, you're not going to lie. This wasn't the best start to a friendship you've ever had, but horrifyingly enough, it also wasn't the worst. You feel for Lyn, and you want to show her how real friend-making affectionando gets out there and meets people. You think making new friends could help her feel less clingy about Brynja. Oh, you'd really do that for me? I'm not so sure about new friends, but you do seem to know what you're talking about. You don't know where to go with Lyn to teach her how to make new friends. She is probably a bit too uptight to enjoy the music clubs you've been to, and you don't think troll studying in a book hive would take too kindly to a lot of loud, friendly conversation. You decide to go to a cafe that Elward introduced you to. Thankfully, they're not having an excessive bodily force poetry night. Since you're not sure that would be Lyn's scene. There's a number of ceruleans here, but you also spot a few indigos and teals and a closer and definite looking olive bloods with some yellows all sitting together. The crowd is overall less fierce and undercut than it was when you were here with Elward, and the vibe is laid back, with all the trolls just sitting around and quietly chatting. Hey, where is Zero and the murders go? You ordered the drinks, already taking granted your newly acquired skill in reading the troll language. Lyn is fidgeting when you sit down with her. This may have come as a shock to you, but I don't get out of the caverns very much. I don't have time. There's so much to learn about Jadeblood's life and troll reproduction, and Brynja needs my help to maintain order. It's not very often that I have to interact with trolls of other blood colors. You're not sure what's making her uncomfortable. The trolls around here are lower than her on the chemo spectrum, or those that are higher. You've worked out by now that Jades are right in the middle, so maybe Lyn identifies with neither the haves nor have-nots. From what you remember, neutrality is a big concept within Jades. You assure Lyn that it's natural to be a little nervous. Most people feel like they're stepping out of their comfort zone when they make a new friend. If there's one thing you've learned as Alternia's resident friend-making expert, it's that terror and embarrassment are par for the course, but it's worth it all in the end. I'm not nervous or embarrassed. I don't know. Everyone seems disorganized and suspicious and untrustworthy and unknown. You have to bite your lip to keep from laughing. It's not even funny. It's just that Lyn is hissing all these words and leaning in towards you and glaring at the rest of the room, and the overall effect is weirdly endearing. Like, someone put a 1950s school uniform on a feral cat. Before you can try... And again, to reassure her, a new troll ambles on your table. She looks friendly. That's a friendly amble. She's wearing glasses, carrying a book bag, and has a teal symbol on her chest, so she might be a nerd like Lyn. This could be a good new friend match. Hi guys! I think I've seen you around before. Do you also study at the book hive? You open your mouth to invite this new friend to sit down, but before you can respond, Lyn interjects. That's none of your business, is it? Why would you even want to know? Obviously, anyone who goes to the book hive to study goes there for peace and quiet. So why would you... Lyn! Why would you think you can bother us just because you've recognized us from there? Okay, jeez. My bad, never mind. See you around never. And just like that, a golden opportunity for a friendship has gone up in a puff of smoke. What was Lyn thinking, being so rude? Doesn't she want to learn how to make new friends? I changed my mind, okay? There's no way I could be friends with any of the people here. I don't know any of them. Not like I know you. You're surprised to hear that Lyn feels so positive around you when she was ready to stab you an hour ago. She takes your hand in both of her hands and squeezes your fingers tight. I know we didn't get off to a great start. And that's my fault, but I can make it up to you. We're friends now. We'll be friends forever. And I'll kill anyone who ever thinks about trying to fuck with you. This is not quite the lesson you had hoped to teach her about making friends, but maybe with her free sorority and possessive streak spread out between you and Brenya, Lyn can be a little more low-key about being a friend to you both. The determined look in her eye and the ominous glint in her glasses don't scream low-key, but change doesn't always happen overnight, and you believe in second chances. You believe that Lyn will be capable of healthy friendship one day, someday. Oh boy, I'm gonna have fun with this one. She even looks crazed in her little chibi. MZ's like, what have I done? I want to say that I've gotten better about stumbling over my words, but you be the judge of that. But that was the end of volume 11. What's that? 22? Yeah, 22. We have made a total of 22 friends. That's a lot of friends, man. If I did my math correctly, there's about 38. I probably did my math correctly. Maybe I didn't, but this is Troll Yandere complex, apparently. Hopefully Lyn does get better. But that's it for today's stars. If you liked the video, please give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already to join our wonderful galaxy. Comment down below and I'll get back to you some form or another. And I will see you for our next adventure. Remember, we're all made of the same cosmic dust, so be nice. Kate, love you. Bye!